Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The planned bus strike postponed by a week. The Wages Council meets today to discuss the 1,000 rupees daily payment for estate workers. 175,000 officers have been vaccinated. Cases will be filed against a teacher and an institute for violating quarantine rules. It has been alleged an attempt to disrupt the government project. News overseas, 11 dead after India glacier bursts dam. Local news in detail. Private bus operators have decided to postpone the planned strike action that was due to begin at midnight by 1 week following discussions with authorities. This discussion was taken after having a discussion with the State Minister Ajit Niwad Cabral this morning. However, the chairman of the Private Bus Owners Association, Gamanu Vijayaratna, said that the problems of Commuter Transport Authority have not been solved yet. If solutions are not met, they will implement their strike from midnight on Monday. Meanwhile, the secretary of the All Ceylon Private Bus Owners Federation, Anjana Priyanjit, said that solutions have been provided for two main demands by the State Minister. Accordingly, payment of leasing facilities of installments for buses have been postponed for 6 months. Several rounds of talks have been conducted regarding the daily wages increase of estate workers, according to the budget proposal, with estate trade unions and the heads of companies, but no agreement has been reached yet. Therefore, the Cabinet has directed this issue to the Wages Council of Tea and Rubber Industry to take a decision in this regard. Commissioner General of Labour, Prabhat Chandrakirti, said that this council is meeting for the first time to discuss over this issue. Anuradhapura Municipal Council has decided to file a case against a private financial institution and a school teacher under a quarantine rule on violating the quarantine rules in means of spreading COVID-19 virus. Commissioner of the Council, Rohan Vijay Singh, said measures will be taken in considering the increase of COVID-19 cases in the area. At present, the number of COVID cases reported from the area is 45. The health sector has pointed out that there will be a risk for increasing the number of cases further. 8 students have been infected with the virus due to the negligence of the teacher. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honor and empower pensioners.
Continuing with more stories here at home. Minister Johnston Fernando says the opposition are attempting to disrupt the government's development project by making various allegations. He said the government has implemented several development projects even at the corona pandemic. He appreciated the opposition leader for participating at the Independence Day ceremony and he should support the corona eradication program as well. The epidemiology unit of the Health Ministry said that more than 1,600 suspected dengue cases have been reported from various places this year. Nearly 31,000 dengue patients have been reported last year. 14% of the cases were reported from the Western Province. The health sector requested the public to keep their places clean and tidy in order to prevent the dengue menace. That's on local news.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honor and empower pensioners.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Secretary to the State Ministry of COVID-19 Control Specialist, Dr. Amal Harsha De Silva, said that at present 175,000 officers of health, police and armed forces have been vaccinated, with the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. The second dose of the vaccination are to be given soon. The government hopes to provide vaccination to the general public from the first week of next month. Plans have been made to provide these vaccinations to the ages between 30 to 60 in 4,000 centres. Police media spokesman Ajit Rohan has said that operations will be conducted today to look into the state and non-governmental institutions in the Western Province whether they adhere to health guidelines. 15,746 PCR tests have been conducted yesterday. 245 patients have been reported from the Colombo district out of the 772 cases identified yesterday. 214 cases have been reported from the Gampa district and 53 from the Ratnapura district.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And on Watchlight, it has been reported that crop damages have been caused by several animals, including elephants, monkeys, and peacock. The people in Divalapitia, Kotadeniava, said they are facing many difficulties due to their crop damages. They also pointed out that although they educated the relevant authority in this regard, they did not get any concession to this problem. This is for the attention of the Wildlife Department.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
World News headlines. 11 dead after India glacier bursts dam. The US president says US sanctions will not be lifted for talks. Anti-coup protests grow in Myanmar. World News in detail. At least 11 people are dead and 145 missing after a piece of a Himalayan glacier fell into a river and triggered a huge flood in northern India. The flood waters burst open a dam and water was poured through a valley in the state of Uttarakhand. Most of the missing are believed to be workers from 2 hydropower plants in the area. Hundreds of troops, paramilitaries and military helicopters have been sent to the region to help with rescue efforts. US President Joe Biden says he will not lift economic sanctions against Iran until it complies with the terms agreed under a 2015 nuclear deal. Mr. Biden was speaking in a CBS News interview aired yesterday. But Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said Tehran would only return to compliance if the US lifted all economic sanctions. The 2015 deal sought to limit Iran's nuclear program, with sanctions eased in return. Finally, on World News, protests in Myanmar have grown despite the military's tighter control of information following the coup 1 week ago. Tens of thousands of people took to the streets in the country's largest city of Yangon yesterday. The crowd sported red shirts, the colour symbolising the National League for Democracy, a party led by Aung San Suu Kyi. They demanded the release of hers and others detained in the power grab. Police under the command of the military took some activists and demonstrators into custody. That's on World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always. All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
And on development news, measures will be taken to establish tourist training schools on district level. This program will be implemented under the Saubhagya Dakma program of the President. Accordingly, Tourism Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said 14 such hotel schools will begin during this year. That's on development news. And on sports news, Serena Williams launched her latest bid for a record equaling 24th Grand Slam with a 56-minute demolition of Laura at the Australian Open. The American 39 said it was vintage Serena as she thrashed the German 6-1, 6-1 in front of a small unmasked crowd on Rod Laver Arena. US Open champion Naomi Osaka also made a convincing start with a 6-1, 6-2 win over Russia's Anastasia. In the meantime, today is the fourth day of the first test match being played with visiting England team and Indian team in Chennai. When halting the match for lunch, England scored one wicket in their second innings. England scored 578 runs in their first innings. India scored 337 runs in their first innings. That's on sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
And on business news, many international airlines have pledged to continue their services to Sri Lanka. Chairman of the Civil Aviation Authority of Sri Lanka, Upul Dharmadasa, said that Fly Dubai, which operated scheduled flights to MRIA2, would recommence flights soon. In addition, Air India, Singapore, Qatar Airways, Emirates, Turkish Airlines and many more will fly to Sri Lanka.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on economic news, the rice business community says that at present the price of is declining at the market. A kilo of samba rice is reduced 100 rupees and the nadu has reduced to 90 rupees. A price of sudu kakulu has also been reduced. That's on economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on the weather update, the Met Department says several spells of showers will occur in Uva, eastern, north central and central provinces. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in Sabragamo province and in Gaul, Matar and Kaluthara districts after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in Gaul, Matar and Ratnapura districts. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 50 km per hour can be expected in northern, north central, northwestern and eastern provinces, Hambantota district and in the eastern slopes of central hills. Misty conditions can be expected in central, Sabragamo, Uva provinces and in Gaul and Mathura districts during the morning. With